थ्री इडियट्स के बाद अगर कुछ और ज़्यादा पेरेंटिंग पे सुनना है तो ये वीडियो देखो. At Jewish Street Socials, this is where the ET event was happening. A lot of brand guys who run the brand were here. I wasn't allowed to use my big ass camera, but इतने दूर आया हूँ तो कुछ ना कुछ तो कंटेंट लेके जाऊँगा, क्योंकि मैं हूँ बहुत बड़ा फैन कैप्टन गोगा का. आया हूँ तो कुछ ना कुछ लेके जाऊँगा. So I'm just sitting outside chilling, waiting for the guys to exit. And जैसे वो लोग एग्जिट करेंगे तो कुछ बात हम करेंगे. समर सिंह शेखावत इज द नेम एंड व्हाट अ फैबुलस नेम. मतलब कितना वजनदार नाम आपके पेरेंट्स ने आपको दिया. डू यू थैंक देम ऑन अ रेगुलर बेसिस?
Yeah, thank them, and maybe it's a bit of an agenda. So when people expect a certain impressive sort of content source and some sort of impressive personality, so hopefully I'm trying to do my best to achieve that.
So you learned to drive at the age of 14.
Yeah, thereabouts. But it's illegal now, so don't talk to too many people about that.
Oh, जो हो गया वो. But then tell us something about parenting. You know, I know this was an event about influencers and all of that. But then he's been kind. He has given me a time when I can really sit down and chat with him. But then, as you know, parenting is something that they don't teach us in school. And then I've seen one of your posts where you have come out in open and thanked your dad and also shunned the few parents of today's age, pamper the kids and all of that. And you're a parent too. So something really important about parenting.
So I think the singular advice I give is do not prepare the road for your child. Prepare your child for the road. Because you will not be there all the time to look after her or him. And therefore you need to equip them with the life skills necessary to deal with situations on their own. I mean, Khalil Gibran in The Prophet has written the most beautiful thing about children in 1.5 pages. And the words are different, but the sense is that your children are not your children. They are like arrows from your bow. Once they have left your bow, there is nothing you can do to control their destiny or direction. You can only hope that you aimed high enough and you pulled the drawstring back as far as you could. So give them the best education your money can buy. Give them the strongest sense of values that you can impart. But really, the moment they are born and the doctor cuts that physical umbilical cord, please understand they are separate, living, thinking, breathing human beings. Treat them as such. Let them make mistakes, let them fail, let them learn for themselves, and do not clear obstacles from their path. That is the problem with my generation today. We've brought up a generation largely in urban affluent India of spoiled brats with no manners, no breeding, no thank you, sorry, excuse me, and that is the soft skills in this generation are sorely lacking. And it is still not too late. Learn by observing what's around you, and remember, children don't listen to what you say. They listen and learn from what you do.
I really want to jump up and shout out loud because अगर आप कुछ साल पहले अगर हमारे पेरेंट्स से बात कर लेते तो I think our life would have been far more easier. And now I just don't want to talk about marketing, though it is such an important topic. But then I also want to ask you something more about parenting. Is that how do you really influence your kids? You know, we were talking about influencing brands. I think if you can influence your kids, brand to halwa hai.
You know, it's not easy because they see you as a human being and as a parent, as a father, or as a mother. They see your failings, they see your strengths, they see your successes, they see your failures, and therefore you're not a demigod to them. You know, most of the world that sees me as the CMO of United Breweries, but at home I'm just a regular dad. I try and keep myself fit, I try and keep myself healthy, I try and inculcate those values in my daughter. She's super intelligent, which means she takes after her mother. But they, just basically set the right example. Never break the law in front of them. Don't be rude to people. Be kind. Have gratitude. Have grace. Have humility. They will see all this and learn from that. But, my favorite saying is this. You prepare the child for the road. Don't prepare the road for the child. Don't be a helicopter parent. My daughter studies 10,000 miles away in Boston. What she's doing on a daily basis, I cannot control. I can only believe that I gave her the great sense of values, gave her the requisite freedom. However, also with the responsibility not to misuse that freedom. And that's what it is. You need to trust them, you need to treat them like friends and adults. I mean, gone are the days in our parents' generation where whenever my brother and I did something, my father would just give us 2 tight slaps. It worked for boys, it worked in that time, it simply doesn't work anymore. And you know what? Most often as your children grow up, they already know the answers to the question they're asking you. What they're testing from you is, are you honest and straightforward enough to tell them the truth? So always tell them the truth, even if it is unpleasant, even if it is unpalatable. trust me, they will respect you for that.
Wow. You know what? I just forgot my next question because this is so deep and so nice. Thank you. Now, just one last thing that I want to ask you is that, did I say that again? Like one last thing? I know I'm saying that too many times. One last question is that, what piece of suggestion to the youngsters, you know, who might be watching this, who think their parents don't know shit, who think that, yeah, we are cool, we are the new generation, हम सब कुछ उखाड़ लेंगे.
Yeah, you know, that thinking is no different from our generation. When we were young, we thought the same thing. And I'll tell you a favorite joke where this young guy thinks that his dad knows nothing. He says, you know what, my dad is like really uncool, he doesn't understand me, he doesn't know anything. And when he grows up, he suddenly says, you know what, I just realized dad has improved so much, he seems to understand everything. Right? The reality that this man grew up and understood his father or his mother much better than when he was older than when he was younger. And really you understand what your parents did for you and go through when you become a parent yourself.
Fabulous words of wisdom, my friend, words of wisdom. Thank you. And I've been asking one question to a lot of guys on the panel. The same question to you. ये social media influencer क्या होता है? मतलब और बनते कैसे, मतलब इसका criteria क्या है?
भैया हमारे फैमिली में तो सबसे बड़े इन्फ्लुएंसर हमारे पिताजी, पूज्य पिताजी थे. उनके सामने हमारी टांगें कांपती थी. उसके बाद माँ. तो आजकल के ज़माने में ये सोशल मीडिया इन्फ्लुएंसर इसलिए हो रहे हैं क्योंकि आप अपने बच्चों के साथ वक्त नहीं गुजार रहे हैं, क्योंकि आपके पास अपने बच्चों के लिए वक्त नहीं है. आप उनको पैसे दे रहे हैं, आप उनको गैजेट्स दे रहे हैं, आप उनके साथ वक्त नहीं स्पेंड कर रहे हैं और उनको सही और गलत का फ़र्क नहीं बता रहे हैं. इसीलिए वो अलग इन्फ्लुएंसर ढूंढते हैं सोशल मीडिया पर. मेरा कहना ये है कि बच्चा जो भी पूछे, आप खुशकिस्मत हो अगर वो आपसे अपने घर में पूछे, ना कि किसी बाहर वाले से. So always make sure that you have the faith and trust that you give to your children to ask you difficult questions about life from you rather than from an outsider.
3 Idiots के बाद अगर कुछ और ज़्यादा पेरेंटिंग पे सुनना है तो ये वीडियो देखो. Sir, thank you.
Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you. I'm so excited that I wasn't allowed to use my camera upstairs. This is how you turn lemon into lemonade, actually, maybe, you know. And I got one of my greatest interviews with Samar Singh Shekhawat, the Chief Marketing Officer of UB, where he talks about parenting, and we were not talking about marketing. अगर ऊपर होते तो marketing के बारे में बात करते. इसको बोलते हैं कि जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है.